expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answer to human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2.5-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers. And you can transform your life right now on VCMG in South Florida. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2.5 hours, listen and call in toll-free 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube and share love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your
Open your heart right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're answering your questions. We're talking about memories tonight. What memories are in your mind? What do you hold from the past? What if the past of your pleasant memories come back when you least expect them? Are you thinking of your grandmother and then you hear a song that was like a childhood song? Do you remember what it was like to go for a walk with your great-grandfather? Maybe we have memories of childhood friends, the people we played in the playground with, and we had kickball and dodgeball. Do you remember all those games we used to play? Do you remember when you used to play hopscotch? Used to jump around outside and swing from a swing. These are all memories that we cherish. These are memories that represent our early years, our playful years, our years of when life was simple. And how simple is life? Actually very simple. We as humans tend to complicate it. But there are also memories that maybe we hold too near and dear to us, that block us, that prevent us from really recognizing how blessed we are, because we focus on the negativity. We focus on the things that bother us. We focus on the hurt, the pain, the disappointment of an experience. Sometimes it's a loss of someone we love near and dear. Other times it's a betrayal, a disappointment from a friend. Maybe it's the first time you got bullied at school. Someone maybe made you feel badly. Or maybe when we were playing kickball, you were the last person to get picked for the team, and you felt horrible. And those memories stay with us. They make us not feel good enough or worthy. They make us question who we are. And they cause us to not really be able to feel the joy because we're holding on to the past that hurts. And then there's a balance that we have to accomplish here, because everyone has a negative memory, a difficult time that happened in their life. It's, well, as they say, part of life. But what did you want your life to be like? Was there a plan that you had, a way you wanted to live your life? Maybe there was a goal that you didn't get to fulfill. Does that memory of that misstep or misdirection plague you now as you try to promote yourself in your work arena? Does it cause you to look back and say to yourself, I should have, I could have, but I didn't, so I wonder if? And does it make you question who you are and your competency, your abilities? Do you feel like you missed the boat of life because of a choice that you remember? And now you feel like life is passing you by? And that you might never catch up. You might never really get to where you want to go. There are so many ways that our memories can help us. There are so many ways our memories can hurt us. And the ways our memories hurt us block us from creating new, real deep memories of the current moment of now that will then give us the joy and the happiness of the future. Every day we're making memories. It's those funny moments that we have with people that we love. It's that great time of success when we finish a business project together as a team and we did it. Or when something is just going awry and everybody pulls ahead and helps out and we solve the situation. Going through it might not feel pleasant, but then there's that we did it, that wow, look at us. See, there are memories that are all around us. There's a memory of the flowers that were in front of your grandparents' home. There's the memory of a car ride just going to the park, or maybe to visit your grandparents in the country, as they say. Maybe it's that summer vacation that you took to Maine. You just got in the car and you went. And the whole family came. And you got to see parts of the country that you didn't know. You got to explore. See, these are memories that they are always within us. But it's really interesting, as I sit across from people every day, how they hold on to the memories that aren't so good. They're not really accessing all the good things, the good memories that help form the life that you have, that built you to be the person you are. The memories that let you know that you were seen, heard, loved. The memories that, well, brought you joy and playfulness, made you feel as if you were somebody or something. Remember when we were little, we thought we could be anything. Who did you want to be when you were little? Did you want to be a fireman or a policeman? Did you want to be a prima ballerina, an actress? Did you want to be a school teacher? Did you want to be an inventor? Did you want to go to outer space and be an astronaut? Did you want to play professional soccer or baseball or football? Or perhaps be an Olympic ice skater? What were some of the things that ran through your mind when you were little that made you who you are now? And that gave you something to look forward to that was joyful and playful and exciting. And what happened to that person? What happened to that person that used to dream so big and have all those great ideas? I know. Life just hit you down. And you got sidetracked. And then you choose to focus on the memories of the things that didn't work. But think how magical and creative you were as a little one. Think of all the crazy ideas you had. Maybe even playing with bugs in the dirt. That memory. Or running away from them, screaming. Seeing a bird that didn't look like any of the other birds you've ever seen and asking, what bird is that? The first time you stood in the ocean and a wave washed you out and you got tumbled into the water, and for those few seconds that you were tumbling in the water and the sand was kicking up and in your mouth and you didn't know when you'd come up for air. It felt like forever. Now you came up for air and you were fine. And then you had to look down and make sure your bathing suit was still on. Do you remember those days? Those were fun times. Those were times that, well, we went with the flow. We sat in traffic on our way to a destination. It didn't matter. Even though we might have from the back seat said to our parents, "Are we there yet?" We were just so excited that we were going somewhere. Remember your first amusement park? What was that like? That first roller coaster ride? We all have those memories. I remember when I grew up in Westchester County, New York, we had Rye Playland. It's still there. And there was like a Mighty Mouse roller coaster. But this was a roller coaster that was just metal and a little cart on top. Didn't look like some of the bigger roller coasters, although it was rather high. And I remember my father said he'd go on with me. Oh, yes, I heard my father say words in Greek I didn't recognize, but I knew they weren't good when we got to the top. And it was one of those roller coasters that there's nothing on, no barriers on the side, and the cart starts to get ready to turn, and you're at the highest moment, and the nose of it is actually pointing off of the track before its wheels make the turn. A turn that goes straight down. Yes, well, needless to say, We didn't go on many roller coasters with Dad after that. But there's this memory that we have that stays with us when we allow it to come forward. These were the good times. These were the best of times. I'm hearing that song in my head, the Kodak moments, right? Because remember back then in our memories, if you wanted to capture a memory, well, you had to take a picture. And then you had to take all the pictures on the film. And then you had to pop out the film. And then you would take the film and drive it to one of those little shacks that was in the parking lot by your local food mart. And it was your place where you developed your film. Do you remember? And then you would take those pictures and you'd wait maybe a week for them to come back, and then you'd get them and you'd look at them, only to find out that really some of those pictures really didn't come out very good. But they still were your pictures. They still were your memories. Well, here's the interesting thing about who we are as humans. Your mind, your physical body, is like that Kodak camera. It is constantly snapping a picture of the moments that you're in. And it is transmitting that to you and literally filing it for you to access it. But what are you accessing? Are you accessing those great ideas that you had? Or are you focusing on that failure or that one thing that you did that was wrong that you're still beating yourself up over because you made a mistake? Well, that's a memory. We all have rough moments. We all have moments when we realize we could have done better, been better, expressed more. And then there are those memories, of relationships. Well, those get a little sticky, don't they? But what about that first love or that first kiss? There's a memory. Do you remember what that was? And how you felt in that moment? And where did that go after that? But there's a memory there. And behind that memory, there's a feeling. And what the human species is designed to do is to feel. We're very sentient beings. We're meant to feel. And in the energy of feeling, we're meant to take those feelings and process them, much like a computer. We're allowing them to percolate within us and live in those feelings. And then the ones that are not favorable, we need to process and we need to release. But that's where many of us go wrong. We hold on. We hold on to the memories that maybe we didn't handle a relationship well. Or maybe, for whatever reason, we picked the wrong partner. That happens. And when you pick the wrong partner, it is often a reflection of ideally where you are, where you're not feeling comfortable with yourself. And whenever relationships don't work out, it takes two people. Both people have to take responsibility of some sort. And usually one of them knows better than to be in that relationship in the first place. But we keep hoping it's going to be like that memory that we had, that we loved. That was great. So we give it a try. But it's what you do after something doesn't work the way you imagined it would, you envisioned it. It's what we do with that information that's being filed within us, that's being held in our physical body, that even determines how ill you'll be in your physical life. There's many things that can happen to the body as you hold on to negative impressions and negative feelings. We need to learn to release those. We need to learn to understand that this too will pass, and that from that love will come another. There's always another partner. There's always another job. And there's always another opportunity to choose happiness. Some of us, we just stay stuck. We stay stuck in a feeling of lack and defeat, the way we were at a moment in our time in life when we were perhaps at our lowest. And we choose to hold on to that instead of give ourselves permission to redefine ourselves and use that negative experience to propel us, to catapult us to something new, to a new identity, a new design of you, a realignment of how you view things and feel, so that you can create better vibrational memories and experiences that will fuel you for the next years to come. Because yes, we can only hang our hat on so many childhood memories, or so many awards we won in kickball or baseball when we were in grammar school or high school. But as we all mature and we fast forward 10, 20 years, those stories get a little old, even for us, right, who have the memories. They're great feelings and they're great to share with some people, but talking about what we did in the past as if it's something that is our one claim to fame, and then not making new experiences to give us new memories to talk about, well, then that means that even the best of memories are keeping you stuck in the past. How many of you are still telling the stories of the years that are 20 years old, 30 years old, 10 years old? Why are we holding on to all those memories when every day you're given an opportunity to redesign, recreate, and make new memories, new accomplishments, new interesting interactions? There's always a new story to be told. We need to write them first. And the best part of the universe's gift to you, and they put a pen in your hand, is you get to co-create the story of your life, and you get to write out all the new adventures for you and then go on those adventures. So what if you drive in a rut? So what if you make a mistake? Big deal if you lose your job. Yes, I know there's ramifications for these things in life. But when you hold it over your head and beat yourself up and don't allow yourself to give yourself credit for what you did accomplish, and that if you've gotten as far as you have, no matter what has happened in your path that is taking you off path or feeling as if it's a negative experience, it doesn't have to mirror a past negative experience, and it most certainly does not define you, and it absolutely positively can lead you to something better. But we also hold on to a lot of memories that are memories that were given to us and handed down through the conditionings of our families. Our families and their beliefs, their thoughts around money, around love, relationships, how we saw our parents interact, how we interacted with our siblings, how we handled maybe a difficult moment with fellow classmates. These things do have an impact on us, but they also condition us to believe we're not good enough, we may not have enough, so we've got to have this lack mentality. We may have been told we weren't handsome enough or pretty enough or smart enough, so we kind of go and gravitate to a relationship because this way we are thinking we're lucky to have this person when we all the while could do better vibration for ourselves. But we hang our hat on an experience with a person that this is where I need to be because this is probably the best I can get. And a lot of times that happens after you've had a bad breakup, a relationship that didn't work out, or a few. And then you're saying you want a different experience, but somewhere inside, there's a memory, there's a feeling that doesn't let you really love you and appreciate who you are and the gift you are to the world. Think about that. All the things that you want are already in the universe. And they're already lining up for you. And some of them were manifesting in playful ways when we were a child, but we just don't know how to translate that experience to our adult life. Getting picked on the kickball team and being team captain in the baseball team. Having experiences that made you feel good, or friends, or if you're a little girl, playing makeup with your girlfriends or with your mother. Wearing lipstick, right? And missing the outer parts of your lips, and kind of your lips look 3 times bigger than they really are, but that's okay. That's a memory. And many of us have pictures of that. The smell of your grandfather's cologne. The sound of your grandmother's voice. The door opening when your father came home with gifts because it was your birthday or Christmas. Those were magical times. And even if your family was a little out of sorts, somewhere in all of that, you had magical times. Because the universe will never give you a complete bag of lemons. There'll always be something great in there. And even out of lemonades, we know out of lemons, many people will make lemonade because we hear stories of people who had horrific childhoods and have horrible memories. And they created a new life. And they processed those feelings. They relived the memories. They processed them, but they left them in the past. What great memories are you using to fuel yourself forward? And what memories are you allowing to hold you a prisoner and stop you from moving forward? We all have memories. What would you love your memories to be moving forward? We're going to continue this conversation throughout the show. Spirit has so much more to say on this topic because our fancy little minds with all our intelligence sometimes plays tricks on us. And we need to gather our inner spirit, and we need to get control of our mind. And we need to focus our energy on the things that make us feel good. And the things that did make us feel good, to use that energy to fuel ourselves to create something new. You know, as I looked at the calendar, I was like, holy crow, we are at the end of May. And just think, before you know it, well, you know what I'm going to say. We're cruising through the year. So do you want this year to be another year that you look back as a memory and say, I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't accomplish what I hoped. I didn't attract the experiences I wanted. Or are you going to use these memories that you have within you, the good and the not so good, process them, utilize their energy, and make this year be the best year ever? And give yourself permission to be playful and live an enchanted life? I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. We are answering your questions right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We are welcoming your calls. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have that worked before.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WIRK 103.1 HD3 Indiantown, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Car Accident Referral Services Studios. In an accident, why let the lawyers take 33 to 40%? With cars, their network of attorneys will take only 25%. 833-504-CARS. That's 833-504-2277. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canales Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we
The world
did
is changing now,
before doesn't
and it doesn't work the way we did it before. It's time to change. It's time to use those memories to help shift your consciousness. Tonight we're talking about your memories and some of your favorite memories, and well, if one of those not so great memories comes up, we want to talk to you at 866-972-7247 all across the nation. And we are welcoming your phone calls. We're also welcoming our Facebook messages, our questions, our comments. We have quite the conversation that goes on Facebook, and we love our friends on YouTube. If you haven't followed my YouTube page, I sure appreciate it if you could follow Sarah Spiritual on YouTube. We've got some really cool things that we're going to be posting up in this second half of the year. Yes, it's the second half of the year next week and a half away. We are going to be stepping into June. We've got some great things coming for all of you. Can't keep doing things the same way all the time. We want to tell you some things we've got coming up at the center before I get to those phone calls, and we do still have a few lines open, so I would love to hear from you. 866-972-7247. Now, drum roll, please. We've got Calvin Cates coming back to the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Now, Calvin does come regularly, and he hosts the Crystal Healing Bed sessions. These sessions are energies channeled from Brazil. It's the energies through crystals that align your chakras. It's the most fascinating experience, and it's from the experience of Casa Dom Ignacio in Brazil that used to be hosted by John of God. And Calvin studied there for many years, and he takes this healing energy and he transforms the energy to assist you in your healing practice. So wherever you need to heal, your emotions, your physical body, your spiritual healing, this is what the energies do. So we sure hope you give us a call at the Expedito Enlightenment Center, or you go to expediteenlightenment.com, the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and you check in and book your session. The sessions are 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and it's really an experience. He will be there May 31st and June 1st. So please visit our ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com and register for your session if you're local here in South Florida. And then coming into next month, we're going to have Sharon back. She's doing our Reiki healing sessions, so you can look forward to that. And we also have Helena, who'll be doing some astrology sessions on the 25th of May. I know she has 1 or 2 appointments open on that day. She happens to be coming in for someone, so May 25th, Helena is going to be at the center, so we'd love to see you there for an astrology session with Helena. I've got classes coming. Are you ready for summer school? And guess what? We don't have any standardized testing in my school. Nope, we just teach you the basics and how to advance your gifts and connect. And our first class coming up for our summer school program is Discover the Power and Magic of Candles. So we're going to talk about how to use candles, how to take that energy and allow it to absorb any negativity, how to use it to petition and ask for a request, how to light a candle in humility and gratitude to the divine God. We're going to talk about candles and how to create, manifest, protect in your life. And we're going to talk about the colors, the meanings of the candles, and all the different prayers that go along with candles. So we'd love to have you join us. It is June 4th, and that is at the Expedito Enlightenment Center and online. You can participate live online. There'll be a link once you register. Right before the class, we send you the link, and you'll be all set. We sure would love to have you join us. We have such great people who participate in our classes. That's June 4th. And then we have another class coming up. I do believe it is June 18th. And that class is, well, how to survive in the world as a spiritual person. So how many of you are empaths? You absorb everybody else's yucky stuff. How many of you are holding on to negativity? We'll see if we can put that slide up for the spiritual survival guide. And that's okay out there on the spiritual board over there. See, we got things happening behind the scenes here for me. But Spiritual Person Survival Guide, these unprecedented times, we need to keep our energy clear. And we're going to teach you how to go to work and not put up with quite a bit of, well, craziness. How not to take your coworkers' negativity. How to go to a family function and not feel like you're out of sorts because your aunt is just a little crotchety. Who knows? But whatever you're absorbing, whatever you're experiencing, we're going to teach you how to really be in alignment with yourself, remain in peace, not get triggered by other people, and how to survive all the energy that's in the world right now. I was talking with one of my students on my way into the radio show, and she and I were talking, and I was explaining to her, the energy has these moments where it feels really heavy, and we're talking about sometimes our emotions get triggered by the energy. So if any of you have been feeling a little emotional or anxious, or maybe even a little teary-eyed or moody, these are things that are happening in the energy. So you're absorbing all of that. So the Spiritual Survival Guide, that is on June 18th. We'll put the slide back up. And that class is only $15. It is available in center. You can take it live in person if you're here in South Florida. If you're not here or close enough to our center in West Palm Beach, Florida, then you can join us online. We would love to have you. And then I have a special guest appearance I'm going to be making. I don't have a slide for that, but we are going to be teaching another special class coming up on June 11th, and we're going to be talking about that in our next show. I'm going to be part of an experience one of my friends, spiritual friends, Sherry Hambry, is going to be hosting. So I'm going to be doing that on June 11th outside of the center, so we sure hope you join us for that. Then we've had other requests for other classes that people would love for us to teach. So we're taking suggestions for class. So put it in the feed, on the YouTube feed or the Sarah Spiritual Facebook page. And we are lining up our how-to classes. We keep them really affordable to make sure you get to be participating in your own personal spiritual growth. Well, that's quite a lot we've got going on, I know, but you know this Sarah Spiritual. We don't rest. Matter of fact, I got more for you. We've got our 15-year anniversary coming up next month, so you want to look out for all that information we'll be sending. And by the way, this is our 729th live show with all of you. So we really appreciate you being on this journey with us. And we're welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. And we are also welcoming your Facebook and YouTube comments. We're going to be going to Facebook and YouTube in just a minute. But for this minute, I need to go to the phone lines, and I've got Erica on the line. Erica, how are you tonight?
I am good, thank you.
Well, good to make this connection with you, Erica. And Erica, what is your question for us, or what memory would you like to share, or what memory do we need some guidance from Spirit so that we can sort through it? What can I help you with tonight?
Yeah, I would definitely like some guidance. I'm just wondering when or how I'm going to be able to get back into dancing, and I also want to do I want to be able to do readings too. I mean, I do them sometimes, but I haven't totally developed that.
Well, interestingly enough, that's a very popular question I have. How to develop that energy and how to feel confident in your delivery of messages, right? Because it does take some practice. But the key to it all, and we were talking about this earlier, someone and I were talking about how we have to step out of our mind and allow Spirit to just guide us. And whatever the conversation is that we hear in our head, that isn't our thought, our human experience mind. We need to just go with that. And the more you practice that, even in day-to-day conversations, without trying to give somebody a reading and say, oh, let me tell you what I see. No, you could just say, hey, did you ever think that maybe you could do this? Or did you ever give consideration to this or that? And, you're really getting a push from Spirit to say that. And then they come back and go, oh, my God, you were right. And then you go, wow, I was right. And that's how you practice in everyday life, right? And as far as dance is being guided to you by one of your guides. You have a guide that is a dancer back she takes me back to the 18th century dancer. So that's when she lived. And so she loves music and rhythm. Rhythm is all about what she loves. So she loves dance and rhythm. The rhythm of the music really sets her heart and spirit free. And that's how she was traveling as a dancer. So this was her passion. And she's one of your guides. And she gives you that guidance and information to inspire you to take this movement forward and dance. So finding time to make room for dancing would be advantageous. And I also know my guides are making me feel that you also don't quite feel up to dancing the way you used to. Is that also true?
Yeah, I have a lot of pain in my body often and stiffness.
Well, the best way to get rid of that is to, of course, move. But there's also ways that you can reduce inflammation, right? Inflammation creates that. And so that's why my guides are like, she doesn't feel like she can dance, right? I'm hearing in my head right now, the rhythm is gonna get you, the rhythm is gonna get you, right? So you want to be in that energy of the rhythm, right? So even if you just move every day and listen to some music and try to force your body to move and just sway a little bit and kind of stretch into it as opposed to try to actually do a step or two, that will help you. And your guide is going to help you with that. She does have a name for me. I don't always get a name, but her name is Katerina.
Ooh.
And you can talk to her. How does that relate to you?
No, I mean, I never heard the name Katerina really, but it's funny you say that because I've had dreams with the 1800s, and they were so lucid. I must have had a past life there. You did.
And she was there too. And now she's guiding you.
Yeah.
And she holds this beautiful energy of love for you and accomplishment. Practice makes perfect in the world of readings, Erica. And trust that your guides will deliver you your messages. Be sure to center yourself. Be sure to do your prayers before you begin. Surround yourself with light and ask them to give you whatever answers you need. And then check yourself out and let the universe feed you. And they will. And then you can begin to do that, Erica.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time getting any work. And I'm just wondering if that's going to change soon.
Well, sometimes the universe makes it hard for us to have work in the traditional fashion because they're trying to push us into something else.
That makes sense.
All right, so we have to trust that. I'm having a deja vu moment because I literally just had this whole conversation with someone in the car today. So I'm like, all right, I'm just repeating myself today, but all right. It is truly the universe's way of teaching us the word is trust. Trust that everything's going to work out for you. And yes, we are all aware we have bills to pay. Yes, we know if we don't have work, it's definitely a challenge. But we have to trust that every challenge is going to be handled and that we don't have to feel as if we are feeling as if our back is against the wall, right? There's so many ways that we can overcome these obstacles. And your angels and your guides have you. Archangel Gabriel is inviting you to journal and to write your thoughts out, because Archangel Gabriel is very close around you, Erica, very much around you.
Wow. Amazing. I've dreamt with him before, too.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you used to have invisible friends and see your little angels when you were growing up, correct? Yes.
I just got the chills.
Yes, of course, because this is who you are. So do you think they really want you to go sit and work in 9 to 5?
No.
What a way to make a living.
No, not at all.
Not at all. No. They want you to be in this fabulous energy of the universe and, maybe do something on the side just to kind of get your feet wet and build your momentum. But they definitely want you to step into your power and your passion. All right?
Wow. I just got deja vu and chills.
Well, that's because we speak the truth in the universe, right? So your angels are there as a confirmation, and you never know until you try, right?
That's true.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your call, Erica. We appreciate your calling in and being a part of the show. And we know the angels, they've got your back. And Katarina is going to be dancing her way down the road with you. So as you ease on down the road of doing your spiritual work. Thank you so much for your call.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. We are answering your questions all across the nation, and we want to hear from you. We've got calls on my board, and we are going to go to Denise in Pembroke Pines. Denise, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I am well, Denise. Good to talk to you again. And what memory stands out in your mind that you're holding on to? What memory do you hold on to that stays with you?
The memory that stays with me is the connection I had with my husband.
Yes.
It was a good connection. We were soulmates.
And you still are soulmates. You're still connected.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not here in the physical in the same capacity, but know that he is forever connected to you and is always supporting you in your journey. I see your numbers around you. Yes. I see your numbers around you.
I played them tonight.
Good. But I'm also being made aware of something with a son's birthday.
Yes.
Okay. Because your husband's drawing my attention to your son's birthday. What month is your son's birthday in, please?
His birthday is actually the 31st.
Of this month, yes?
Yeah.
Perfect. There you go. So your husband on the other side is drawing my attention to your son's birthday, okay? And so that's something for you. And know that he's going to be there for that, all right? Because he's really putting the emphasis on your son. I know a lot of times you call in and we talk about your daughter, but your husband, he's talking about your son, okay? And whatever we're planning to do,
funny.
what are the celebrations going to be, just know that he's going to be with you in spirit, all right?
Okay, and he just visited on Thursday because I don't know if you remember, but he did air conditioning for a living, and of course, my AC went out after coming back from the Keys, And I have a light switch on my wall unit that you can only turn on if you touch the hinge.
Yes.
And I said to Christina, did you turn the light on? I know you probably didn't. And she said no. And I said, okay, Daddy was here.
Correct.
So he's floating back around.
Well, he's got a lot of floating to do, as they all do on the other side. They definitely get around, and they have a little bit more to do. You know, I know people think they're sitting there waiting for someone like me to be like, ring, ring, ring. Hello? Yes, is so-and-so there? Could I please have a message? It doesn't quite work that way. But, you know, they have their activities, so to speak, they're being in the energy of love, light, and peace. But good to know that he's giving me confirmation to give to you, connecting your son to you in this month, and just knowing that his energy's around you and that you just had evidence as well in your home. And now we are backing that evidence up by his referring to your son. So we're really grateful for that. What is your question for me tonight, Denise?
Well, I know you had mentioned some weeks ago that there was a baby, and I'm still like, okay, anticipating this, but I haven't heard anything yet. So,
well, there's a baby in the energy. Give the baby a chance to come in for the shake and bake, right? Come on now.
Okay.
You know, there's still a baby there in the energy, so, you know, they got to do their part, honey. I can't do everything. I can only report the news, so.
I can't do it either, so I'm
all
just,
right.
I guess, am I patiently waiting?
Well, don't focus on it, because as we focus on things, we literally push them away. Just trust that it'll come in the perfect time, and that if we have the energy around us and I can see it just like I can see your husband, then it's meant to come. We just got to allow it to come, because we want it to be at the right time so that everything goes smoothly. Yes.
I want to wish you a happy birthday, too, because aren't you on the 30th?
It's May 27th. Thank you for remembering. Yes, I'm coming up. So thank you for that.
Okay, well, happy early birthday.
Thank you, Denise. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening to the show. I know you've been a part of it for a very long time, and hopefully you'll be around to come to our celebration next month. All right. Thank you. Bye for now.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go back to the phone lines because I want to talk to you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And if you are just joining us, if you're cruising down the highway in your car, this is the show where people call in every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. and we get some answers from the universe and we bring the guidance to all of you. And we cover a myriad of topics every week, so we explore all the possibilities of what life has to offer and what our angels and our guides have to offer us to assist us on the path. And we talk to people all across the nation, and we talk to our friends on Facebook and YouTube. And we are going to go back to our phone lines, and then as soon as we're done with this call, I've got to go to my friends on Facebook. So Facebook friends, YouTube friends, write your questions down because we're going to be coming to get your questions in just a minute. But first, I'm going to go to Sabrina. And Sabrina's in Coral Springs, Florida. Sabrina, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. And you've got a birthday coming up too, my Sabrina, yes? It is Gemini season. Yes. So you get to enjoy Memorial Day weekend.
I always like connect.
Yes.
Yeah. I always like connecting with you, Sarah, and I felt like I needed to connect again with you to find out about what the spirits see for me here in this remainder of the year.
Well, there are things we need to kind of find a better balance for in our personal life. Is that true, Sabrina? We're trying to get things in a better order and balance. And my guides are telling me that there's advancement coming for you too as well financially. Are we looking at our work-life balance and trying to find a way to bring in more abundance but also be able to create a better balance for ourselves personally?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm also being told, and this is kind of an interesting thing, that was there a thought that we might want to move, not yet, but in the near future?
Yeah, my husband and I have talked about it.
Okay. It's possible, all right? Not this year.
Okay.
But when I look at next year, there's possibility of making a move. And I feel like redefining your role at work is going to be critical this year so that you can have the success that you want. Because I feel like there's a little resistance in the workplace that's not allowing you to really accomplish everything that would make you feel fulfilled. Is that also true?
A little bit. All
right, not a problem. Remember, the year is coming unfolding, right? So when you hit that bump, you'll be like, oh, yes, this is what Sarah was talking about, right? And we want to feel that fulfillment and that joy, right? It wouldn't be the first time I told you something, you're like, I don't know, and then snap. There it was, right in your face.
Yeah.
What is the question about the
Sarah,
personal relationship for me? Yes.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Your personal relationship, you had a question about that for me?
Yeah, not my personal relationship as so much. It's my aunt. My aunt passed away last year.
Okay.
And it's affected me, a lot. And usually I would have phone conversations with her, and I didn't have a conversation with her prior to her passing. And she's always on my mind. And she hasn't come to me in my dreams just yet. So
not yet, no.
The last time you and I talked were last year, and you told me it was too soon.
Correct.
That you couldn't connect.
Right. But she also, there's this energy that makes me feel like that she, right before she passed, she wasn't really able to communicate to you anyhow. Is that also true?
No.
Why does she make me feel like she couldn't talk to you?
We communicated. We talked.
Right. But the week she passed, there was something going on that she wasn't able to communicate. This is what she's making me feel, that something was going on. We'll leave it with you with that, but she makes me feel like something was going on and she wasn't able to communicate the way she wanted to. Your aunt was really more like your mother, like your friend, is how she presents herself to me, all right? She makes me feel as if she gave you that nurturing. Yeah. Yeah, and she was loved. She was loved by many. Loved by many. Very youthful energy with your aunt. Very youthful energy. And she would always make sure you had a little something from her whenever she did see you. Yes. Yes. She would always slip you a little something, no matter what it was. She would make sure you had something. Okay.
Yep.
A little something, right?
Yep.
She kind of reminds me of when I would see my grandmother, and my grandmother would be like, here, and she's like, here's change for the bridge. I'm like, okay, thank you. Yeah. That's how your aunt reads to me.
A little cup in the hand, yep.
Yes,
that was her.
Yes, that was her, right? She's like, I always wanted her to have a little something, right? So, so she gives me that energy, and she makes me feel like as she gives you that, she's energetically giving you that for your birthday coming up, okay? So just know that she's with you. She's not quite ready to cross the veil enough so that she can come to you in a dream, but she is settled in nicely. She also she's still talking about the week before she passed. So whatever was going on with her the week before she passed, something had her a little askew. It'll come to you. But she also makes me feel that she really wasn't ready to go, okay? And she really wasn't expecting to go when she did. So she makes me feel as if, she really had more to do and more to say. And so she's really, not that she's not in the heavens and in good joy and energy of grace of God, but she really feels like she had more life to live. And so she's going to live with you and through you and be by your side. Yeah. So just know that she's going to continue to be with you.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I needed that. I needed that.
We are glad that we are able to give you that message from her. And, next time you take a couple of dollars and put it in your hand, you just kind of imagine that she's giving that to you, and just know that she is holding that vibration of love for you. All right, honey?
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. God bless you, and have a happy birthday weekend this weekend. We'll talk soon.
Thank you
Bye
so
for
much.
now. You're welcome. Bye.
Take care.
866-972-7247. We're answering questions all across the nation. And we want to talk to you, so welcome your calls. But right this minute, I'm popping onto Facebook. I'm tune up in my lovely YouTube, and we're going to see who's there, what's going on. And we're going to let them populate some questions for me so that I can answer some questions for our friends on YouTube and our friends on Facebook. So we'll give a minute for that to pop in. And so we'll take a look and see what we've got going on here. Are we paying attention out there with our Facebook questions? We're waiting for that. We appreciate everyone. There we go. Let's see what we've got coming up for us. Okay. We've got Joe Thorne. He says, hello, Sarah. I've been releasing personal things regarding my mother's estate. Spirit and angels are assisting me in this. Is there a message from my mother? And he gives me his mother's birthday, and he gives me his birthday. So, you know, there was quite the scuttlebutt, my guides tell me, and around the passing of your parents. And when I look at the energy of your mother was very much into the family structure. Mom is giving me this energy of family's important, and you're doing everything the best you can. I feel like people made it difficult for you, Joe, to kind of go through your mother's things and settle out the estate. It has not been an easy time, but she wants you to know that she's with you. She's very proud of you, and she really appreciates all the intention and effort that you put forth. Especially she's talking about the house and whatever you had to handle with the house and whatever negotiations and things were going on regarding the house. She's specifically talking to me about the house, Joe. So we want you to know that she is in peace and that she is with you. She sends you much love, and know that she does her best to give you a sign so that you know that she's with you. And she thanks you. Thank you so much, Joe, for your question. Know that Mom is with you, and she will be with you for quite a while, because she knows that you've had your hands full in handling all these things with the estate. Thanks, Joe, for your Facebook question. We'll take another one from Facebook and YouTube. And who do we have? Sarah Makia. Sarah Makia says, hey, I was curious. Before we come down into our bodies, I know God and our angels and us, we made plans. How does it work with friends or people who are already on earth? Thank you. Well, all of us have a soul contract, and thank you so much, Sarah Makia, for that question. All of us have a soul contract, and the soul contract has been decided. So even if someone is already here on earth before you've come, your paths are already decided that you're going to meet whenever you're going to meet, and however the storyline's going to unfold. And you're a participant who makes choices within the storyline that determines how it goes. And you and God and the angels kind of pick your tests, your lessons, and the joyous moments. And so you agree upon this, and then you come down and you are birthed to your parents. You get to know them. You already knew that your parents were going to leave the planet before you were ready, as you were young when they passed. You already knew that, and you agreed to that, believe it or not, before you came down to this earth. So a lot of this has been pre-planned. We don't remember, so it kind of catches us off guard, Sarah. But everyone is in your life for a reason, a purpose, and some people are with us for a few seasons or just a season. And we know that your parents are with you in spirit, so we want you to know, Sarah Makia, that your parents are sending you both much love, and we want you to know that they are with you. All right. We're going to go to our next question on Facebook and YouTube at 866-972-7247 is the number to call when we get on our phone lines. But we have Anne Swantek. She says, hey, my birthday she gives me and her dad's, and she wants to know if her father is with her. And yes, your dad is with you, and he is very much aware that you are thinking of him and missing him. He too left this earth too soon. He left before his time. He wanted to be with you and be with you more, but it's so important that you know that he is sending you much love, and he also knows that you really honored him on his birthday, and he knows that you gave him such attention that it's really important for you to know that he's connected to you. And thank you so much for your question. Your father's with you, and he will most certainly send you much love as you navigate this year, which is meant to be a year of change for you. They're meant to be positive change. So just trust that Dad will be with you as you navigate these changes and make some moves to make your life better. Thank you, Anne, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
because you know that you know me, I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're here to answer your questions. And I've got to go to Riviera Beach. I've got Deborah on the line. Deborah, how are you tonight?
All right. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you.
Yes, it is.
What's your memory that you're...
Call tonight.
Thank you so much. And what's your memory that's staying live in your mind, or what are some of the memories that are coming up for you these days?
My husband, when he was here, he passed away now almost 3 years ago, and those the memories coming up. Our last memory was our anniversary, which was this month.
This month, yes. And there's this beautiful, beautiful connection, even in the spirit world here, because my guides make me aware that your husband was very much the guy who wanted to have fun. Is that true?
Yes.
And he enjoyed people, but he also liked to kind of have his quiet time as well, right? So his personal quiet time was important, but when he was out, he loved to be with people, yes?
Yes.
What is that? So I'm also made aware of, is there a trip that you wanted to take, a trip you were thinking of taking? Because he's talking to me about a trip, or was it a trip the two of you were supposed to take? He's talking about a trip to me.
I don't know.
Okay, he's talking to me about a trip.
I know lately I wanted to go to my class reunion.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, maybe that's the trip he's talking about then, because he's talking about taking a trip. I don't know if it's a trip he was supposed to take with you, but he's talking about taking a trip. So if that's a trip you want to go to, take that trip. That is really necessary for you. Where's your class reunion?
Tallahassee.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good trip to take, right? It doesn't sound like it's too complicated.
No,
this year,
that's where I'm from. That's my home.
That's your home. And this year for you,
Riviera Beach. That's where I grew up.
Yeah. So this year for you, my darling, is going to represent kind of stepping into energy of your power, kind of getting your life back into a sense of rhythm, right? They make me aware of, they take me back to end of 2020, in 2021. This was a difficult time for you. Is that true?
Yes.
And your husband passed, and he passed in end of 2021?
Let me see. I think so. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. He makes me feel like it was like the end of 2021. Yes. So it's, time's an illusion, definitely to them. So I just can only translate it. And then as humans, if we forget dates, we just can't quite put it together.
Okay.
But just know that he is with you. And I'm hearing, because your husband liked music, yes? I'm hearing this music in the background around him.
Yes.
And it's like there's a favorite song. I can't make out the song, but whatever that favorite song is that the two of you used to like to listen to, or he used to get really excited to hear, that's the kind of music that's around him, okay? But, it's got like a really kind of cool vibe to it is how he makes me feel. And he's in this energy of a lot of music, and that makes me feel like he was listened to music and loved that energy of music when he was here on Earth. That's what he's showing to me.
Oh, okay. Because I heard the song not too long ago.
Perfect.
And I was trying to wonder if he was trying to tell me, to go on with my life.
Yes. Well, he's making me aware of that song, that favorite song, and that music. And so the fact that he's relaying that through me, and the song, you interpret it as he's with you, and you interpret it as this is your time, okay? This is your year to kind of get your life back into rhythm. And so essentially, even according to your soul, it's time to go on with your life. What does that look like? You get to decide. You don't have to try to recreate life. You're going to create a whole new version of life. That's all. And he's always going to be with you in spirit. You know, the two of you were thicker than thieves, he makes me feel, right? So you were like each other's ride or die kind of vibe, right? So this is a very powerful connection the two of you had. It's one that many people would love to have. And, you know, he is still with you. You just can't see him. All right?
Okay.
Know that he sends you much love.
I hadn't heard a song hours for a long time, and it came on. It came on before our anniversary. It came on.
There you go.
And I hadn't heard it in a long time. Yes.
Yes. Well, I thank him for taking me down the path of music. Yes.
Yes. And another thing, I lost my mom a few months in November, and I don't know. I just been, you know, because when I lost him, it was real big, and then when I lost my auntie, and then I lost my mom.
Yes.
So it's really been really tough for me right now.
Well, you lost all your key people, right? You lost your peeps, the people that you counted on. You counted on the most. And before your mom passed, she makes me feel like she wasn't able to get around the way she wanted to, right? Because your mom used to have her hands in everything when she was alive.
Yeah.
So, and did she have a problem with her hip or her leg before she passed, please? Because she's making me feel like she was really...
Her hip, yes.
Yes.
Her hip, yes.
Yeah, so she's making me feel like she was really wobbly before she passed, and she really couldn't get around, and so that really was a hard thing for her to go through before her passing. She's with you. She shows up for me. Your aunt, I'm not able to connect with her as we're getting ready to go to commercial, but I want to thank you so much for calling in and listening to the show.
And thank you.
You're
you
welcome.
so much for being there.
You're welcome. And Deborah, what is that song? I'm dying to know. What's that song you heard? What's the name?
It's our anniversary, and the other one is Joe. It's by Joe, but it's like a love thing, and he's saying how he feel about that person.
Ah, all right. Well,
you know, when I'm with you, this is how I feel.
Oh,
and,
see?
Oh, my goodness.
No wonder your husband made me feel like it was a cool song. He knew how to love you, honey.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much for your call. And I know the song's going to come on again. You wait and see. Within the next 2 weeks, you'll hear it again. Thank you so much, Deborah, for calling.
Right.
Pleasure connecting with you. Bye for now. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we'll be back for another hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on the Oldies station and on our friends in our Miami station, so The Wave on WWSFS. So thanks, everyone, for listening. Stay with us. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
And we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is...
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WIRK 103.1 HD3 Indiantown, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Car Accident Referral Services Studios. In an accident, why let the lawyers take 33 to 40%? With cars, their network of attorneys will take only 25%. 833-504-CARS. That's 833-504-2277. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. You're hearing us on the oldie station on 95.3 and 96.9, 95.9, 106.9, 103.1 HD3, and of course our friends in Miami at 104.3 WSFS. So we thank you so much for joining us here, and we appreciate your following the show. We are here answering your questions at 866-972-7247, as we are here every Wednesday night. So we're counting up to our 15-year anniversary. That is going to be next month, so be sure to listen to details. And if you're not following me on Facebook or on YouTube, please do, because you want to know all about all the details that are coming up for our celebration. And next Wednesday night, we're going to have my friend Sherry Hambry talking about an event she's doing that I'm going to be participating in. And next Wednesday night is my birthday show, so we sure hope you join us for the birthday show of Sarah Spiritual. We're going to go back to our phone lines, and we have to go to Brooke. Brooke is in Louisiana. Brooke, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm doing pretty well.
Good. Good to hear that, Brooke. This is definitely a time for you to change the things that aren't working for you and definitely embrace a new way of being and build up your confidence. And Brooke, before we get to your question, what memory kind of pops up? Like, what's one of your favorite memories that stays with you to this day from when you were little?
Well, there is one of my grandparents picking me up from preschool, and I would it's not allowed anymore, but I would sit on their lap in the car in the front seat and just be with them in the present moment. And then we go to their house, and Grandma and Mama would always bring me some cookies, and and color and all that stuff. And my papa would be around too. So
beautiful.
That was one of my favorite memories.
Yeah, that's great. And yes, they don't allow the kids to be on. There's a lot of things they used to do, right? But yes, good thing that you were able to sit on their lap and nothing happens. But it's a beautiful memory. Thank you for sharing that. Brooke, at this juncture of life, what is your burning question for us tonight? How can I help you?
Well, Sarah, my burning question is, as far as my spiritual journey I'm embracing and going on right now, is anything coming up that I should be aware of, or things going to change, good things coming my way, stuff like that?
Well, here's the best part of this year. This year sets you up for a big awakening in 2025. Like, I feel like you're just coming into your own. You're stepping into your personal energy. You're feeling a little bit more aligned with spirit. You're listening more to your own intuition, and you're learning not to take the mistakes you've made and or the hard knocks in life so personally. And this is helping you tremendously. My guides also make me very much aware. They kind of run their hands across you, and they kind of say, wow, she did a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing energy around her. So you've been working on your healing as well. Is that also true?
Yes, that is very true.
Yes, and the healing that you've done is really making a tremendous difference. And you're also healing not just physically, but emotionally, healing relationships with people. Is that also correct?
Absolutely. Like one of my exes actually called me and like apologized for the relationship and how it went and everything. And I felt like I got like a what is it, like some closure on that. So that felt pretty good.
Beautiful. We're really glad that you're able to do that and let go of that memory that doesn't serve you anymore and make peace and know that there's new opportunities coming for you. And this year is also a year to kind of step out into the land of relations and relationships. So embracing all those energies of love is going to be most beneficial for you to attract the right rhythm in relationship. That's something that you desire, correct?
Absolutely. Been looking for it, waiting for it, you know.
Correct. And I'm glad you corrected your wording, because when we wait for something, you know, we're allowing it to come to us, but when we're looking, it's like we're chasing it, you know, and anything you chase, it always runs away, right? Even if a puppy wants to run to you, if you start chasing it, it's going to run away first and then turn around and run to you, right? So why put yourself through all that? It's definitely going to be 2025, a year of relationship. It's really a year of connection. Ideally, a primary partner is going to be in your vortex, in your energy, and the happening. And this is something that's going to bring you a lot of joy, Brooke. So you are doing all the right things, and your guides and angels are appreciating the intentions and the attention you've been paying to your spiritual journey, and just relax into it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just relax into it and let the universe talk to you, because the universe always has a message. We appreciate your calling into the show, Brooke. We trust we've been of service to you tonight.
Absolutely. Always look forward to hearing you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your listening to the show. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. And we've got to go to Miramar, and I've got Amber on the line. Amber, how are you?
Yes, hi. I'm great, and you?
I'm good. Good to connect with you, Amber. This year really offers you this nice journey of kind of stepping into your purpose, your mission. Have you been feeling like you want to be more purposeful and mission-driven in your life lately?
Yes, I have, honestly. I've been trying to really look for, something that I could actually, make into my future.
Beautiful. And this is an energy that is all around you, and it's going to help you propel yourself into to your purpose and mission, and that's going to really start to kind of make itself obvious, kind of really present itself as we get closer and closer to your birthday later in the year. They're really showing me this connection, because you want something that's going to keep you rooted in the world and help you participate in the world, but you want something that's meaningful for a career and a purpose. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely.
Amber, what's a favorite memory of yours that you're holding into? What's your favorite memory that you're kind of holding on? Brooke was sharing with us her memory of her grandparents. You have a favorite memory you want to share? Tonight's topic is memories, and what did you want to share with us before we get to a question?
When it comes to memories, I guess family time, back when all of my family was together. That's a good memory I could get.
Beautiful, beautiful. And is there a tie to your family or someone connected in the Caribbean, please?
Oh, yeah, there is.
And grandmother was there in the Caribbean, please? Yes?
Yes, she was. And it's funny that you even mentioned her, because I was going to call and kind of ask you about her today. And my uncle. They both have left us.
Yes, well, your grandmother's with you, Amber. That's why I'm bringing that up, right? Grandmother's with you. She's showing me like Caribbean island. Is it Jamaica? Where are you from, please?
Yes, Jamaica.
Okay. I don't know my islands by, what they show me in the other side too well, but she's trying to kind of scope it out so I could be like, come to Jamaica, man, right? So, all right, we're going to Jamaica, man. So she's with you. She wants you to know that she's sending you much love. It's really interesting because Your grandmother seems like she was such a loving, benevolent person, but also a force to be reckoned with. Like, you just didn't want to do something to get her too mad, right? So she's got this really kind of interesting vibration to her that makes me feel like, she would be your most loving person, but you cross her, she's going to be mad, right? So she's very much looking out for you, and, she's honing in on something specific. There's something going on with you around in primary partnership, love, relationship, please. Is there something going on with that, please? Because she draws me to relationship with you. You have a question on relationship?
I did too as well. That's crazy. Well, what exactly do you think she's saying about it though?
Well, she remember I said she's mad.
Oh wow, she is
your grandma does not play, okay? And whatever's not working right, she's making. Of course, they don't have emotions. Let me clarify this for everyone. For delivery purposes, we may use these words, but she's in peace. She's in peace. She's in light. She's in love. She understands there's a reason for everything, right? If she was here on Earth, she would be a little disappointed in how the relationship is working, how your partner is handling things. This is what I'm going to say. And she would give that person or you are talking to is how she makes me feel. Of course, she's in light and peace now, so it doesn't really bother her the same, but you're not quite in sync with your partner at this time, please?
Sort of, kinda, I don't honestly feel like we're on the same page, whereas, when it comes to actually raising a family and either being together type of thing.
Okay, so let me pause you. How is that sort of kinda? That is, we're not on the same page. Okay, that would be a reason your grandmother, hear me. That is the reason why your grandmother's looking at this relationship kind of saying, what have you gotten yourself into, right? What are we doing here? So this is your year to step into honor your soul's purpose and mission and listen to your soul. Yes, you can co-parent, but you need to make sure that you surround yourself with the right people. Family is very important to your grandmother, all right? And so someone who's going to diss the concept of family would not be very welcome at her dinner table, correct? Correct.
That's true.
Okay, so she's bringing this up, not you, not me. She's bringing this up, right? So she knows that something's not quite kosher, as they say here, and we need to kind of look into it. And we need to see that the two of you and your partner, can come to a better understanding, a better rhythm, so that we can co-parent. And if the person's not really willing to be participatory in the type of relationship you want, let it go. Okay. Because there will be someone else for you. We can't hang on and keep trying to take the round peg and fit it in the square hole. It's not going to work. But we can be wonderful individuals and adults who are mature, who parent our children and raise a family, even if we are not in sync as a couple. So that's where you are. You are the role model, just like your grandmother was your role model because she's really strong. Your uncle did not step forward. That doesn't mean he's not there, but he just didn't step forward. Grandmother is running the show. And when I see that energy, Grandma makes me feel like you're the role model. Like she was the role model to you. You're the role model for your children.
Oh, that is true.
Okay.
I also wanted to ask two more things and I'm done. I wanted to know, the time of her passing, how did she, I don't know, is she, because it's under speculation on some things on her passing. It was just so sudden and out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yes. Yes, well, she makes me feel like it was something like some kind of aneurysm or something that just took her out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think it was natural, or they said something happened with her heart. Yeah, I think you have a point there.
Yeah.
Okay, and as far as, is she good now, aside from her being upset with my relationship and everything like that?
Oh, no, she's perfect. She's in perfect energy. She's just pointing out what's not working for you because she wants you to pay attention so that you don't get yourself caught in a mess, in a hole. All right? But know that she's
Got
in
you.
peace. She sends you much love. She most certainly will continue to give you messages. She will come to you in the dream state. She's a very powerful woman, so just trust that she will be with you. All right, my dear?
And so basically, I
Thank you
shouldn't,
so much.
when it comes to
Thank you so much for your call. All right? We appreciate it. All right. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go to New York. We're going to go to Port St. Lucie. We're going to go to Jupiter. We're going to go to Delray. We are hopping all over South Florida here, and stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. And we're welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247 every Wednesday night, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And we still got quite a lot of time to still take some calls and to visit our friends on Facebook. So get those questions on Facebook and YouTube. I can't wait to talk to you. But at this minute, I need to go to Jupiter. I've got Shannon on the line. Shannon, how are you?
Hi there.
Hi, good to connect with you, Shannon.
Thank you. Same. I feel the same way.
Shannon, you've called the show before, haven't you?
I have.
Yes, perfect.
And I can't believe I got through. I'm very grateful because I have a lot going on.
Well, good. Shannon, tell us a memory that you remember from childhood or something that really stays with you, one of your positive memories. Share with us that, please.
Oh, you're going to laugh because the young lady that just called about sitting on her grandparents' lap.
Yep.
So when we used to go to the lake, my grandparents had a cabin, and we would be in the Suburban. There were three of us, and one sat in a long middle seat, and in the back, there were two of us in beanbags, and our dogs would be laying on the beanbags. We would all be in the back. You know, everyone was just loose and fancy-free.
Yes.
And every single time we went, it was the same. And I love that. I just love it. It's such a great memory.
Such a great memory.
And I am, well, you know how old I am.
Those were the days, yes.
Amen. Oy, oy.
My darling, what is your question? A lot going on, round and round you go. Where you stop, nobody knows, but this is a year of shifts and changes, and if you don't make the changes and arrangements that you need, things are going to kind of catch you by surprise. I got a feeling some things have already started to do that. What's your question for me?
That's true, because I've been self-employed for 30 years. I've worked at home for 30 years, and my job's in the mortgage field, which is a disaster right now. It's just near the rates and home prices and all that have just about decimated what I do. So I have been a mortgage recruiter for years. So I am having to, at 55, almost 55, pivot and look for a job. So I'm not really marketable. You know, I mean, I don't know how to summarize everything that I have done in my life. So I'm just wondering what the guides are saying about my transition. Should I stay here? I'm in Southern Florida. Should I move? Oh,
well, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Kind of a loaded question.
Well, you also, this is a year of change. So you are the director of a lot of changes, and your birthday opens up that doorway for those changes. And that takes us from June of this year to approximately February of next year. That's like a window of time where you're going to make a lot of changes. No, the mortgage business isn't yielding you the consistent income that you're used to, so we need a backup. But you are an entrepreneur at spirit, though. So going into some kind of 9-to-5 thing, you know, you're a salesperson. You're someone who can kind of create something out of nothing, right? You know, and you know how to find the perfect opportunity for people. And so it's time for you to do the same for you in just a different industry. So finding something that gives you the same flexibility and some control over your life would be most advantageous for you, right? Whether you are a consultant or whether you manage different people's projects, you're very good at managing projects. You're going to have to take all of your skill sets and articulate them in a resume that really speaks to all the talent that you have so that you can be more marketable. And then, yes, there is that thing called age discrimination. But we don't want to give that any power because you will find the job that's perfect for you. I really do feel like you would be really good as an entrepreneur, to have your own business, your own home-based business would be really good for you. I think that would be a good opportunity, something you could do that would yield you money and make a difference.
I've done that for so many years. I mean, I've been, like I said, worked for myself for so long. But I feel pulled otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't feel that. I feel like I should be, not should, I don't believe in that, but
right.
I want to be moved by I don't even know how to say it. I would like to be guided to something that would suit me, because
Correct.
the entrepreneur in me is tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's been about 30 years.
Right.
So I guess I'm not sure what I'm asking.
So
What
here
do
you
you
go.
see?
I see that you're an entrepreneur at spirit, okay? And the universe doesn't necessarily see you making such a major change. But what I hear you saying and what I hear you asking is, what can I do that gives me the bells and whistles and all the pluses of what I did as an entrepreneur, but gives me a different sense of purpose, something that has a different structure, and everything doesn't fall on me. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, because I have a special needs son. He's 13. I'm married. All of those things are fine. But I need some more stability in that income, because my husband's income is seasonal.
Right. So we're going to trust the universe is going to open the door. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to create a mantra for you to say daily that is going to shift that energy. And of course, it's being recorded. And we are at the 8:32 mark on the show, so you can always get to that point and take notes on this. So in the moment of now, okay, this is what you're going to say every day. I'm aligning to the perfect opportunity that is in complete alignment with my soul and who I've come to be. This opportunity brings forth abundance, balance, peace, harmony. It brings me to a place where I feel joyful, enthusiastic to participate, and it energizes my every move. I am the creator of this opportunity, and as I step forward in the manifestation of this opportunity, I know that it is already done in the asking, and I ask my angels and my guides to make it obvious for me to recognize the perfect opportunity, for I know that my answer, my prayer has already been answered. So I want you to say that every day, and that is what's going to manifest this for you to create this perfect opportunity. All right? That's what they just gave me. That's what I just channeled for you. That is your own unique prayer. And it's going to give you all the right feels.
I'm so grateful to you.
You want the feel, right? I want to feel different, right?
Do.
And there's a lot of responsibility in working for yourself, yes, but you most certainly can do it. You most certainly can do it.
I'm so grateful to you. I love your energy. I just can't believe I found you. I'm so grateful, and I look forward to talking to you again for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. How did you find us anyhow?
I don't even know. That's the craziest thing. I follow you on Facebook. I heard it must be on the radio on the Oldies channel.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where I first heard you, maybe a year and a half ago. It's been a long time, but I listen all the time.
Well,
and
thank
I
you.
am just blown away by your spirit and your focus and the way that it's not teach, but you guide people. It's just because of what you're guided by. And I'm so grateful for that.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I recognize it. I feel it. And I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're grateful for you, and thank you for listening, and spread the word, right? Because we want to make a difference in the world, and all of us can make the difference. Yes. Thank you so much, and enjoy your mantra, and keep us posted. I'm sure the universe will open up a door.
Beautiful. I will.
All right. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you.
866-972-7247. I've got to go to New York. From Jupiter, Florida, I've got to go to New York. I've got Oral, Laurel. Let's see, what is the name for the person in New York? I can't quite see what that is. Who am I speaking to in New York, please?
Oral Johnson.
Oral Johnson. Good to have you here.
Yep.
We welcome you. And
Yes,
is this your first time calling, please?
Yes, first time calling.
Well, great. We welcome you to the show. How did you hear about the show? You're in New York, so do tell. How did you hear about us?
Well, my sister told me about it.
Fabulous, fabulous. So what's a burning question of yours? How can I help you here today?
Well, I just called to find out, just tell me about how I go ahead in life.
Okay.
what's going on.
So this year makes me feel like this year, 2024, but I'm going to take it back to end of 2023. I feel like this has been a bit of a challenging time for you. You don't feel like you're in the place that you'd want to be. Financially, things are not the way you want them to be. Is that correct, Oral, please?
Yes, correct.
You're feeling stuck. You're feeling stagnant. Okay, there seems to be a lot of that going around these days, but you're kind of feeling stuck and stagnant and kind of wondering, where do I go from here, right? And I also feel that you used to have a better rhythm. You used to be a little more lucky. Things used to line up for you a little better, and it's almost like some kind of door slammed, and now you can't seem to get through the doorway again to kind of get things back into a better rhythm. I'm also made aware of sleep. Oral, I feel like we're not sleeping right at night. And they're also making me aware of some difficulties that you're having, that you're kind of feeling a little crickety, a little old, a little, I guess, achy is the words that they're giving me. Does that also make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And when I look at the energy of when you sleep at night, my guides also make me feel that you used to get a lot of messages in your dreams, and I'm not quite feeling that we're getting the messages the way we used to get in our dreams. Is that also true?
Yes, that's true.
Now, they're kind of showing me something that I'm kind of familiar with and I kind of like here. There's this energy here of luck. Did you used to like play a number or play numbers or do something that used to generate luck back in the day, please?
Yes.
And that doesn't seem to be something that you can do, because they make me feel like you used to have this light of energy of luck over you, and you would be lucky. Other people wouldn't win, but you would win. Is that also true?
Yes, that's true. I'm still doing it, but I don't. It's not like it's always something when I was supposed to win.
Correct. And where's your family from, please? Jamaica? Where are they from?
Yeah, yes, from Jamaica.
From Jamaica. Okay.
Yes.
So is there a question here? Because, I mean, those are the things going on with you. And I do know that this year is going to bring about a change. And I know that 2025 is going to be better for you. Health-wise, it's going to be better for you. The energy begins to shift for you. I feel like you feel like unsupported, alone right now. So there's a lot of feelings of angst and discomfort and not really being where you want to be. So what specific question do you have that I can answer that could give you a little guidance to get you from where I see you now and where I know you're going? What question may I answer for you?
Well, the question is, what should I do to restore all that energy and positive things? So go ahead.
Perfect question. Thank you so much for that question. So one of the things that I recommend is you need to clear your energy. You're in New York. You can't be too far from a beach. I surely think you should go to the beach, clear your energy. All right. Spiritual bathing is another important part to it. I do feel like your energy is blocked, right? And there's many things that block us, our inner thoughts, people's outer thoughts that hook into us, right? Family squabbles. I feel like there's been some family squabbles in the background as well. So there's just been a lot going on around you. So we need to take our aura, our energetic fields, and you need to clean it. You need to clear it. Going to the ocean can help. Grounding yourself on the beach can help you. Spiritual bathing itself helps you. On my website, you can see all the baths that I create, and I actually have a bath on my website that is a custom bath. We make something specifically designed to where your energy is to help kind of lift it. It's just like a lint filter in a dryer. If we do not change the lint filter, then we need to reach in and to take that lint out, because otherwise the dryer begins to not function well, and then it could actually cause a fire, right? And you're kind of in that stagnation point where your energy is clogged and we need to open it up. I also suggest for you to pray from the book of Psalms. I want you to pray Psalm 23, Psalm 27, Psalm 14, Psalm 57, 65, and Psalm 5. Now, this is being recorded. It is on Facebook and YouTube. We are at the 8:41 moment. You can go back and take a note. That's just what Spirit just gave me. So you or whoever referred you to me can go to the YouTube channel of Sarah Spiritual, follow that channel, and then go to this show, get to the 8:41 moment, take the notes down of the Psalms that I'd like you to read. These Psalms are designed to protect you, to make you be well received, and to restore your luck. They're very powerful. And when you begin to do that, you're going to notice a difference. That's how I managed and survived my whole life, was doing the prayers and the Psalms that my teacher had taught me. So it's very powerful. Know that this transition year is just that, a transition year. I know the past 3 years have been kind of wobbly for you. It will get better in 2025, and things will be a little bit more amicable with the people around you. I do hope that I've given you enough information for tonight, but it's time for me to go on to another question. So I hope I've helped you tonight.
Yes, I thank you very much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
I'll be tuning in next
Thank
week
you.
to you.
We appreciate that. We appreciate your following, and be sure to tune in the beginning, because that's where we give all the insight that really helps people kind of have a theme to help you navigate life. Thank you so much. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. Well, we say goodbye to New York, and from New York, I've got to go to Delray, and I've got Colleen on the line. Colleen, how are you tonight?
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. Good to connect with you, Colleen. You've called before, haven't you?
I've been in person with you a couple of times, but it's been a couple of years.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you for visiting me at my Expedito Enlightenment Center. I appreciate that. And Colleen, what is a memory from when you were younger? I always love hearing our memories here. What was a cool memory from when you were growing up that kind of stays with you, that kind of makes your heart feel all warm and tingly? What comes up for you?
Going with Dad to picnics and just having a good time at company picnics, things of that nature.
Beautiful.
Lots of fun memories and along those lines.
Wonderful, wonderful. Colleen, what is your question for me tonight?
Well, in my current position, I'm very restless and bored, and I just applied for a promotion in the same company, and it would be a move to Colorado, and I'm excited at the possible opportunity. Does the universe give you any kind of messages?
Well, here's the best part of where you are. To make a change like that, you are in the perfect energy for a major change. The energy is supporting a move for you. The energy is supporting a move.
And I feel that.
And I feel like there are two people who are really very supportive, two higher-ups or mentors in the company that are really supportive and feeling very strongly that you are the person who can handle this job.
So do you see a move or something along those lines, or it's very suspect at this point, what you're seeing?
I do see change and I do see a move. And would this move have something to do with coming into the month of August or something? When would they want you to move?
Probably over the next couple of months, I would imagine.
Okay. What is your title,
And
your current title right now, please? I want to tune into the energy.
Finance manager.
Okay.
Finance accounting. And both my children recently got married, so I have no ties. So I feel like a free bird, if you know what I mean.
You are a free bird. You are a free
bird. It wouldn't be a
bird.
problem to make a change.
And you would almost be under
be
over a district or something, or be overseeing different accounts or something for this next role, almost like a
Yes,
borderline
correct.
director or something.
That is correct, a director role. Yep.
Thank you. That's how I see the role here. The decision has not been made, so I can't give you a guarantee, but I do know that the universe supports this. And I do know that there's They give me 2 other people that connected as a potential person to take this job, and then they kind of push one off to the side, so I really get the sense it's between you and someone else. This is almost reading like a movie, like I want to know the cliffhanger, and I'm trying to have my eyes closed here, and I'm trying to peer down the tunnel of light to get the exact answer, but I do feel like you can make a move this summer. I do.
Yeah. Okay. Because there are 2 other people in line.
Okay.
And one of the people they really want, but his wife doesn't want to move from Ohio. So I know that's in the works. So that's where I think.
Right. And so you
some
see that
opportunity.
notice Spirit said I saw somebody being kind of like they were there in the running, but then they got kicked off to the side, right? Like, nope, right? So that seems to be that kind of energy. So listen, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Because you have supported the company. You do have support in the company to take this role. Even though they may be leaning towards this person, it's not like you're like sloppy seconds, honey. So don't even worry about that.
Right. Okay. Well, great. Thank you.
Yes.
Again, I don't know. I flip back and forth on the whole thing, if you know what I mean.
Sure, but I do feel that you
I'd
should
love to go to
move.
Colorado would be a nice change.
Yes,
you know?
I do feel you should move. So there's a move, and if it's not Colorado, throw your hands up to the universe and say to the universe, okay, universe, where am I going? Where can I go that's fresh and new and different and really gives me a good sense of accomplishment and peace and this just kind of new feeling. I need to kind of feel rekindled, rejuvenated, reborn. This is what you're asking for, right? Because you're not ready to sit back, sit down and retire and just do nothing, right? That's for sure.
Exactly. Because I have a lot going on here, but I'm quite bored with it.
Yes.
I have lots of things going on, but I'm bored with the achievement part of things.
Correct. And it's time for you to kind of up your game, and now you don't have distractions. You can have some laser focus, and when you move, it'll be all about you and your new adventure. So we're going to send a prayer up to the angels. If it is in your highest and best good, that everything works out for you the way you want, they're going to support you. I want you walking around your house saying everything works out for me. My angels and guides always support me, so whatever's meant to be will be. And just trust that energy. And with that energy of release and surrendering so that they can create it, instead of wondering, they're going to really support you for that. All right?
Right. And just one last quick question.
Yes.
My son, wife, my daughter-in-law had a miscarriage last year.
No.
And I'm hoping that isn't a sign of bad in the future. Do you see anything along those lines with the son or the daughter?
Can I have his birthday, please, and her birthday?
My son's is February 22nd.
Okay.
89.
Okay.
And my daughter's is April 26th, 91. Because I have cloudy feelings about that, whether it might ever happen with either of them. But I'm hopeful.
Well, I know you're I know you're intuitive. I do know you're intuitive. I just feel that it wasn't the right experience energetically, and it just really wasn't, as they say, it wasn't the best of conditions in the physical body. But I do see for your son, because when I look up into his energy, because his energy is strong around you, I do see your son, and I have two beings, two soul beings that are here to come down for him. So I do know that he can have children with this woman. It's just a matter of getting it right. And where she is in her journey, as I look and see what this brings for her, this energy brings for her it's a perfect, powerful year for her to have a pregnancy. So let's look at the energy of August into September, somewhere around there for pregnancy, like this latter half of the year starting in August. And I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose, but They're talking to me about something with her progesterone. Something in her hormones is not quite strong enough or the right level to she might need to make an adjustment in hormones. This is what I'm hearing.
Now, are you talking about my daughter or my daughter-in-law?
Your daughter-in-law.
The April person?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. She's the one who had the miscarriage, correct?
That's good. That is correct, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So your son and your daughter-in-law, there's 2 souls there for them still, okay? And she just needs to make an adjustment in a hormonal experience, something with progesterone is how they say it to me.
Gotcha.
All right? All right.
Gotcha. Good information. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, just know what words they give me, and so that kind of sends us all on a little hunt. And I do know, I can share with you really briefly that I had a former neighbor, and she had had a miscarriage, and it was very sad, and we were all kind of sad. And then she was telling me that the doctor had given her some kind of cream. It was some kind of progesterone cream for something, right? And I remember the minute she said that to me, I heard this voice in my head saying, now she's going to get pregnant, right? And so that was the story my guides reminded me of when I gave you that message just now. Like, I've got a lot of times they'll remind me of something I've experienced, and okay, it's the same. They tell me it's the same kind of story. Tell them this, right? So that's where I took that from.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
so I get that same positive feeling that if we just adjust something, the seed will have a little better time of embedding and staying, and that will make a difference. All right. Thank you so much for your call. We appreciate your listening to the show. Bye for now. And now we're going to go to Port St. Lucie. We have Sylvia. Sylvia, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. How are you? I'm fine. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, Sylvia. Good to connect with you. And what is a memory from when you were growing up that kind of stays with you?
Well, I am from Cuba. I was born in Cuba, so my memories running around the street, feeling free, watching my mom watching me from the window. So it's a beautiful memory that I have from childhood.
That's always a fun memory, right? The days when we could just run the streets like little crazy people, those were always the great times, right?
Yes, for sure.
Sylvia, what is your question for me?
All right. My question for you is, my house is for sale. I'm kind of on a crossroads right now, and I'd like to know if you foresee any sales coming on the house soon.
Okay.
Any changes?
Can I have the house number, please? I don't need the address because we are on national radio, but if you give me your house number, that will help me. What is the house number?
2849.
2849. 2849. Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
We willing to make a little bit of an adjustment on the price? My guides tell me there's a little adjustment that we need to make on this price here.
Okay. Then do you see that happening anytime soon?
If you are patient waiting for the right buyer to come, I know you have a certain number that you want, right? And if you're willing to kind of negotiate, they're kind of giving me the number 7, makes me feel like we might want to reduce it about $7,000. Okay?
Okay.
When we look at that number and I take it into the energy, it's really possible that by July we could have a contract here. Or in July.
Good. That sounds hopeful. Thank you.
Did you bury, people think I'm nuts when I say this, did you bury a St. Joseph statue in your house outside?
No, I have heard that before.
Yes.
And I have done it in another house that I sold years ago.
Well, we have St. Joseph statues at my center. So if you call the Expedito Center or you just Google Sarah Spiritual and the number will come up, you can talk to the gentleman behind the counter, Andrew, and you could say, I need to sell a house, and I need to sell a house now, and I need a St. Joseph statue. How much is that, please? And can you ship it to me? we can ship it to you, honey. And you follow the instructions there, and that makes a tremendous difference. We also have, and this was actually written up in the Palm Beach Post, good vibration spray that I create is actually something that shifts the energy. So when people walk into the home, it brings good vibrations. And the Palm Beach Post did a whole story on my good vibrations spray years ago and how it helped people in selling their home. So that's another tidbit from Sarah Spiritual. But I do feel that you can make a move. Now, I know that this is a year for you to kind of break out of kind of a routine that, you're feeling the itch to be more creative, inspired, and change, and also to make life simpler, they're telling me, right? Things seem a little complicated, and you want to simplify life. Is that also true?
That is correct, yes.
Yes, okay. And so this is a major step in making this happen. And then as we take you through the progression of this year coming into next year, there'll be a series of changes so that you can have the peace, the harmony that you so much are looking forward to having in your life, all right?
Oh, I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sylvia. How did you hear about the show?
So much. I heard about you through my sister, who's a massage therapist, and she has one of her clients. It's a person that goes to see you.
Perfect.
And so she told my sister about you and about the radio, and I said, gosh, I need to call Sarah.
Well, thank you so much for calling
call.
us. We appreciate you. Welcome to our family. Be sure to Google me, Sarah Spiritual, and you'll see the number from my center. And we'll get you a St. Joseph statue. It's a quick, easy little thing, not expensive, and some good vibration spray. And you'll be all set. And we'll send the angels to your house of 2849. And let's see what we can do. We need a little magic, right?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will do all of that.
Thank you so much, honey. God bless you. Bye for now.
God bless you.
Thank you. Well, another show has come to a close, show number 729. And we are counting up. Lord knows how far we're going to go, but we know we're celebrating our 15-year anniversary next month. That's all I know. We're starting to make plans, so I hope you're making plans. And I'm going to be looking out for that email. Go to sarahspiritual.com. Be sure to look for the link to sign up for our newsletter and keep checking that website. There you'll find my classes, all my products, the different types of sessions that I offer, and of course any announcements of the different radio shows that we've got coming up. We thank you so much for sharing your time and space with us. We greatly appreciate you, and thank you to all the friends, family, and people you know who refer you here to this radio show. We thank the Oldies station. It's a pleasure being on here. We appreciate you all. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
To be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.